birds were chirping and they were greeting the new day. And I sat in my lanai looking out at the lake, the little lagoon that's right behind my house. And there was something very special about greeting the new day, greeting new possibilities, not thinking about anything in particular, just being there, blessing whatever was, blessing the trees, blessing the ducks, the parrots, the lizards running around. Just the place was teeming with life. And that's something that we need to acknowledge once in a while. We need to slow down. We need to celebrate life in all its diversity, to see our lives in a broader context, the context of life, of the universe, of forces unseen. So let's begin with the blessing over the Talid. Let's envelop ourselves in love and in 4,000 years of Jewish heritage and 613 commandments. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, asher kiddishanu v'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hitatef b'tzitzit. And here we are in God's house. Here we are in Bethel. Here we are in the sanctuary. Here we are in the larger dwelling of God's glory, and that is the earth itself. God is found everywhere. And all we need to do is to open our eyes, open our hearts. We begin on page 30 with Ma Tovu, as we bless the dwelling place, which is God's glory. Ma Tovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma Tovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Yisrael. We take a moment to get in touch with our bodies, to acknowledge the miraculous workings of our physical existence. Baruch atah Adonai, rofei chol basar umafli la'azot. And we take a moment to acknowledge that within us lies God consciousness, this consciousness that makes us aware of our being alive and animates us in so many ways. We thank God for the soul, that little spark of God within us. Baruch atah Adonai asher biyado nefesh kol chai v'ruach kol basar ish. Page 36 in the Mishkan Tefillah, the Nisim B'chol Yom. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, asher natan lesech vivina lachachin ben yom uven laila. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, pokeach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, matir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, zokef kefufim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, roka haaretz al hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, hamechin mitzadei gaver. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, malbish arumim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, hanoten la'ayef koach. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, hama'avir sheina me'enai utnuma me'afa pahai. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, sha'asani b'tselem Elohim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, sha'asani ben chorin. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, sha'asani Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, Ozer Yisrael bigvura. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, Oter Yisrael batifara. And now, the Pesukei de Zimmerah, page 50. Baruch Shahamar v'haya ha'olam. Baruch hu, Baruch hu. Baruch Sha'amar v'haya ha'olam. Baruch hu, Baruch hu. Baruch Oseh v'reshit, Baruch Omer v'oseh. Baruch Gozer u'mekayem, Baruch Merechem al ha'aretz. Baruch Sha'amar v'haya ha'olam. Baruch hu, Baruch hu, Baruch atah Adonai, Melech mechalal b'tishbachot. We continue with the Ashrei. We'll do the first 5 letters from Aleph to Hey, and then we're going to skip down to Tav at the end of the Ashrei. We begin on page 52. Ashrei yoshvei veitecha, od yahalu chatzela. Ashrei ha'am shekachalu, Ashrei ha'am she'Adonai Elohav, Tehillah leDavid, Arumimcha Elohai HaMelech, Avracha Shimcha le'olam va'ed, B'chol yom avreka, V'chalal Shimcha le'olam va'ed, Gadol Adonai mechalal me'od, Ugelato ein cheket, Dor ledor yishabach ma'asecha, Ugevaratecha yagidu, Hadar kavod hohodecha, v'divrei neflotecha asicha. Bottom of page 52. Tehillat Adonai yedaber pi, v'yevarecho b'sar shem kodsho leolam va'ed, v'anachnu nevarech ya me'ata v'yad olam. Hallelujah. And now I'm going to put on my tefillin. My tefillin shel yad. This is to remind us to love God with all our emotions, to love life, to love this, just our existence, to rejoice in our existence. But to rejoice is the main thing, to combine all of our feelings, all of our emotional responses in praise of God. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher kiddishanu v'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahanich tefillin. Tefillin shel rosh. This is to remind us to be thinking about, to be contemplating the miracle of existence. God is pure existence. Existence even without anything existing. Pure, pure spirit, pure consciousness. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al mitzvat tefillin. Erestichli laolam, erestichli b'tzedik u'v'mishpat u'v'rachamim, erestichli v'emunah v'yadad et Adonai. We continue with Psalm 150, and that can be found on page 55 in the Mishkan Tefillah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah el bekodsho, hallelujah bekirya uzo, hallelujah bigvuratav, hallelujah kerov gudlo, hallelujah, 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 take a shofar, hallelujah, never verchinor, hallelujah, tofu machol, hallelujah, biminim ve'ugav, hallelujah, 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 tziltzalei shema, hallelujah, tziltzalei trua, kol hanshama tel hallelujah, kol hanshama tel hallelujah, 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 tziltzalei shema, hallelujah, tziltzalei trua, kol hanshama te hallelujah, kol hanshama te hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Page 56, bottom of the page. Baruch atah Adonai el melech gadol b'tishbaot el ahodaot Adonai niflaot abocher b'shirei zimra melech el chei haolamim yitgadal v'yitkadash shamei rabba ve'elma devarach cherutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon v'yohomechon v'chayedecho beit Yisrael bagola bagola uvizman karivim aru amen yehi shmei rabba mevorach leolam u'me'alma yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitorman v'yitnaseh Vitadar, vitale, vitalal, shmei de kudesha brichu, leila min kol berchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, daham yihiran v'yalma v'yimaru, amen. And we rise for the Baruch Hu. Lai, 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 lai. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Barichu et Adonai ha-mevorach. Barichu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam aved. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam aved. We thank God for the light. We thank God for the physical light that greets us in the morning at dawn. We say, Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer HaMeorot. Praised are you, Adonai, creator of all heavenly lights. And we also thank God for that inner love that comes from God's love, from that light planted in each of us. Ahava rabba ahavtanu Adonai Eloheinu, chemla gedola v'yetera chamalta aleinu. How deeply you have loved us, Adonai, our God, gracing us with surpassing compassion. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher ba'amo Yisrael bi'ahava. V'haharerneinu b'tohoratecha, v'dahabek libeinu b'mitzvotecha, v'yached levavenu le'ahava u'lera'et shemecha. Velo nevosh, velo nikalem, velo nikashel, leolam vaed, ki v'shem kodshecha, hagadol v'hanora b'atachnu, nagila v'nismecha, Nagila v'nismecha v'shuatecha. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Leholam Vaed. Page 66. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavacha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam lo'od al yedecha v'hayu latotafot bein enecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'vihisharecha lemahan tiskaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedushim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem emet. Page 72. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, norati lot o sefele, norati lot o sefele, shira chadasha shibechu giulin, l'shimcha al sfat hayam yachat kulam, hodu v'himlichu ve'amru, Adonai yimloch leolam vaed, sur Yisrael, kuma ve'ezrat Yisrael, ufdeichinu mecha Yehuda ve'Yisrael, go aleinu Adonai tzvot shemo, kedosh Yisrael, Baruch atah Adonai. Ga'al Yisrael. And we rise for the tefillah on page 76. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'konei HaKol V'zocher Chazdei Avot V'Imaot Umevi Guala Livnei V'neihem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei Meitim Atah Rav Lehoshia Mashiv HaRuach Umarid HaGashem Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed Mechayei Meitim Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Micha Mocha Baal Givurot Umido Melach Melech Meimit Umechaye Umatzmiach Yeshua V'nemanata L'chachayot Meitim Baruch Atah Adonai Mechaye HaMeitim. Page 82. Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam kashem shamakti shimoto b'shmei marom kakatuv al yad nevi'echa v'kara ze el ze v'yamar kadosh 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 Adonai tzvot melech kol haaretz kevodo Lumatam Baruch Yomeru, Baruch Kevod Adonai Mimkomo, Udivrei Kodshacha Katuv Le'mor, Yimloch Adonai Le'olam, Eloha Yichtzion, Ledor Vador Hallelujah, Ledor Vador Nagid Gadlecha, Ula Netzach Netzachim Kedushatcha Nakdish, Veshivacha Eloheinu Mipina Lo Yemush Le'olam Va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. And we continue with our own private prayers and meditations. There are a number of petitions in the weekday tefillah. I just want to, you can look at any one you want and concentrate on any one you want, but I just want to do the first one with you. Atah chonen l'adam. This is page 84. Atah chonen l'adam da'at umelamed le'enosh bina. Chanenu mi'itcha chochma bina v'da'at. Baruch atah Adonai chonen hada'at. You grace humans with knowledge and teach mortals understanding. Graciously share with us your wisdom, insight, and knowledge. Blessed are you, Adonai, who graces us with knowledge. Three kinds of knowledge here: Chokhmah, Bina, and Da'at. Chokhmah is to feel, that is to see a broad picture, to see things in their context, to see that everything is connected, and see the limitless possibilities and opportunities in the universe. Bina is knowledge that takes some insight from that broad understanding of the universe and to bring it into the sphere, to our living sphere, into this life, to see it, to condense it into one aspect, one challenge, one project. And da'at is to unite the earth with heaven, to have that knowledge of God, that understanding of God that is just in the marrow. It's just in the center of our lives. It's kind of a knowledge without having to be enunciated. Take a moment or two for your own private prayers and meditations. Oh, say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru imru amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imaru, amen. And we rise for the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula yotzeh breshit, Shelo asanu kagoye haratzot, velo samanu kamishpachot hadama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kachol hamonam, va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, v'nemar, V'haya Adonai lamelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad ushamo echad. For those of you who need to say Kaddish, for those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we recite the Kaddish together on page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yamad v'rach hirotei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chaychon v'yomechon uv'chayedecha beit Yisrael, b'agalav yizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam alamelamaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha b'richu le'elam in kol berchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiran b'yalma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Osei shalom b'mrumav hu ya'asei shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Ah, boy, that's a great way to start the day, isn't it? Davening. Nothing fancy, just getting in touch with our souls and our Jewish heritage. Ein Keloheinu, 626. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mich Eloheinu, Mich Adonenu, Michem Malkeinu, Michem Moshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Malkeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Well, you might want to hang around and meditate with me for a few moments. It's a beautiful day. It's a hopeful day. It's a day that presents us with so many possibilities. Yes. Well. The hardest part of davening is to wrap up my tefillin at the end. Yes. You want to lovingly wrap them up. Now, I used to put on tefillin every day. It became a little bit too much of a rote activity, and I got to do it almost mechanically. And so I stopped doing it every day, and I decided to do it once a week. And so I would look forward to it. And about 15 years ago, I started our Thursday Minyans, and I've been putting on the tefillin on Thursday mornings ever since. Once in a while, I'll put on tefillin on a special occasion, on a Tuesday or a Monday or a Sunday. Any day but Shabbos or a holiday. Well, so, now let's meditate a little bit. Let's develop a kind of a kavanah for today, an intention. We talked about letting go of the past yesterday, about how so many of our past experiences get lodged in our bodies. And we have to, first of all, get in touch where that tension, where those memories, where those traumas lie in our bodies, and to release them. Today I want to share with you an intention. It's called Be the Person You Were Meant to Be. You can be all the things you dream of being if you're willing to work hard and if you believe in yourself more. Learn from the mistakes of others, accept them, forgive them. Don't use the roles others have had in your life as excuses for your mistakes. Take control and live your own life. Continue the journey you've begun, which is inside of you. It is the most difficult journey you'll ever make, but the most rewarding. Take strength from those you love, and let those who love you help you. Open up your heart, put aside your image, and find your real self. Keep your pride, but don't live for it. Believe in your own goodness, and then do good things. You are capable of them. Working at being the you that you want to be. Sacrifice desires of the moment for long-term goals. The sacrifices will be for your benefit. You will be proud of yourself. As you approach life, be thankful for all the good things that you have. Be thankful for all the potential that you're blessed with. Believe in that potential and use it. You are a wonderful person. So do wonderful things. True happiness must come from within you. You will find happiness by letting your conscience guide you. Listen to it. Follow it. Your conscience is the key to your happiness. Don't strive to impress others, but strive to impress yourself. Be the person you were meant to be. Everything else will follow. Your dreams will come true. Karen Pointner Taylor. Okay, so find yourself in a nice, comfortable place. Put your feet flat on the floor or the ground or whatever firm surface that is under you. Sit up straight. Allow your eyes to close, and as the sound of the bell fades into the distance, give yourself the permission to fall, to ease, to experience a meditative state. Notice your breathing for a moment. Notice how the breath enters and exits your body without any effort on your part whatsoever. It's a gift from God. And today, we're going to think about being our true selves and what holds us back. What tends to hold us back are all of the voices in our heads. You know, the voices that tell you you can't, or you're not good enough, or to be careful, to those voices that make you second guess yourself. Those thoughts that continually arise in your mind. Have you ever noticed that when you are doing a task, when you're in the zone, so to speak, when you're feeling connected to what you're doing, sometimes a voice will arise and make you think of something else. Think of some task that lies out ahead of you in the future. And then all of a sudden, you mess up what you're doing because you're no longer connected with it. You've left the present moment for a future moment, a moment of anxiety, or it could be a moment in the past of regret. Sometimes our minds distract us from just being in the moment, giving our all to the task at hand. So today, we put aside all of the voices, all of the shoulds and the shouldn'ts, all of the regrets and all of the anxieties that arise in our minds. We acknowledge the thoughts that come into our mind, but we let go of them. And we stay in this moment, in this place, 100% of us committed to this moment. Whatever you're doing, whether it's reading a book, whether it's listening to another person, whether it's doing your shopping, whether it is accomplishing some task at work, whether it's learning a new musical scale, whether it's just sitting and observing. Can you be in that task? Can you be in that place 100%? When voices, when images, when thoughts emerge, you can acknowledge them, but you just say, that's a thought. That's only a thought, and let it go. And bring yourself back to this moment, to this place. Be in this moment. Be in the silence and stillness of this moment. Sitting in the silence and the stillness of this moment. Being in this moment. Observing, sensing, hearing, experiencing everything that this moment brings to you. Awakening yourself to all that this moment brings to you. Feeling connected to this moment, connected to the silence, connected and being a part of the stillness, allowing the silence and the stillness to flow through you, to join with it, and to be in this moment. Not to miss a thing in this time, in this moment, in this place. as the sound of the bell fades into the distance. Take a couple of deep breaths. Slowly open your eyes. Adjust to the light. Look around. Maybe you rub your hands together like this. Stretch a little bit. Feels good to be alive, doesn't it? Okay. So, sometime during this day, find yourself being totally 100% in that moment. When it says, V'ahavta et Adonai b'chol avavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meodecha, it means love life. Love life with all your intellect, with all your emotions, with all of your physical being, bringing them all together and experience God in this moment. Well, check our trending. There's so many things happening in the temple these days. Virtually, but guess what? In the middle of next month, we're going to start opening up the temple for in-person activities, including Friday night services, starting on the 16th, God willing, the 16th of April. So, in the meantime, we form community by bringing our spirits together, even if it's on streaming or Facebook or whatever. So, Boker Tov, Boker Or, remember to smile. And remember to bring a smile to the face of at least one other person that you encounter on your journey today. See you soon.